good as the reverb in there would be, it would be. Yeah.
The restrictions with the COVID-19 pandemic, the recording of our debut EP, Together We Rise, had to take a slight deviation than what we originally had planned. In addition to all the main vocals having to be recorded here, we had to find a place to record gang vocals for 3 of the intended tracks. Of course, it was fine recording individual takes here, using exactly the same vocal setup for the main vocals on the EP.
Swallowed in isolation!
It's alright.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I dug my own! I dug...
Try a different way.
Okay. Dug my own! We'll just cut that one out for film.
Keep it up, we're still recording.
Oh, shit.
However, we needed some advice from Dreamscope Media Group, our record label, about how we were going to record all of the group takes. And they recommended that we use a car park. At first, I don't think any of us thought this was a genuine answer.
I genuinely thought she was joking.
Yeah. I thought you was like thinking of like a multi-story car park or something.
But after some clarification, we found they really were recommending to record the gang vocals in a car park. So that's what we did. At first we had some real difficulty trying to decide which car park was best for this kind of recording. And it all of a sudden dawned on us that if all the pubs and restaurants are still closed, then why don't we just use a pub car park?
There's a good reverb I can hear.
It's the way the
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear that slap back. Yeah.
A friend of ours is a part of the management team at the Farmhouse in Mackworth. We actually went there for our band Christmas meal last year, and it was quite lovely.
I was thinking, up against that brick wall, but there's a car there.
Fence might do.
Scope it out.
We sent a couple of messages, and here we are, looking like complete and utter d***.
Welcome back to Is That a Fucking Horse? It was a fucking horse.
I can be as stoned as I fucking like. No one knows. Don't use that.
I'm using that. I do feel a couple of spots of rain. 1, 2, 3, 4. I dug my own.
For the recording setup, we used a combination of mine and Harry's rigs. I brought with me my Shure SM7B, isolation shield and mic stand. That was then going into Harry's Focusrite interface, into his laptop and Pro Tools.
Not Pro Tools, it's my hardware.
Alright, okay.
Stop chatting shit about Pro Tools. Ben's Tracktion, it's Pro Tools.
Harry, give me an overly dramatic thing of you just got it.
I'm trying to work here.
Which we also use for our live sessions, and it worked out pretty well.
Oh yeah, it sounds looking sick on
I'm
that.
gonna have to have a listen.
It sounds sick on that. Yeah.
The key instructions given to us were to try experimenting with how far back we stand from the microphone. We were recommended roughly a metre or 2. So, general social distancing.
Alright, Chase, lie down so we can find out how long 2 meters is. Okay.
Is that about 2 meters?
Now we had one of me sitting down. 2 meters.
We're scientists.
I hope there's enough leading for you to give it a...
You're gonna have to. Yeah.
To be honest, when you're gonna go. That's my to claim!
The poor delivery driver. He's the only one that hasn't been warned about this.
Dug my own! I f***ed up.
It's worth mentioning that over this time we had been self-isolating and being ever vigilant to look out for the people that are around us, following the restrictions where we could. If we weren't spending our time trying to progress the band from our sofas, we were taking some well-deserved time to recover. Once restrictions were beginning to lift, it was an amazing opportunity for us to actually see each other again and not just talk across a Skype call.
We have a spectator.
Hi.
Hi.
I think it turned out well that only one person got surprised at me.
Given that for most of the recording process it was very rare for all four of us to be in the same room together as we were recording, I think the gang vocal recording meant so much more to each and every one of us. We were able to provide our own voice on the EP, able to have that one little thing that we can take away and say we did it together. And most importantly, despite everything, despite the pandemic, despite the restrictions, despite everything that was going against us to get this EP finished on time, we did it together and we completed it as one.
Done recording. That's it.
It's going to sound awesome.
Yeah.
Crash.